Hey guys, it's Light Your Lights on. I got Steve-O. We're doing another drive around, but this time in a neighborhood called the Scotch 80s. Now, I don't know why they called it the Scotch 80s. I asked this handyman that was out here, that was wondering why we were here. He didn't know either. But they have different names in these neighborhoods. It was owned by the mob and celebrities and the workers. So we're going to show you. All right, we're going to start here at that Palazzo Mansion, which is also known as Hell House, which is also a mob house, which they did a lot of executions in a hidden room house, which you've watched my vlog about it. You'll know more about it. So here we are off Banning Avenue, and we're literally like right by a fire station, and behind us you can see the Stratosphere. So you can move on, Steve-O, to check out some of the neighborhood. Okay. We ran into, as we parked here, there was a handyman that was coming out of the house going, "Can we help you?" And I'm like, "Uh-oh, are we in trouble?" Well, we weren't, but he just wanted to know what we were doing, and we explained to him. First off, I wanted to show you, there's some houses that look abandoned. Yikes. Anyway, he was totally cool with us doing a vlog about this neighborhood. It is kind of weird to explain to him, like, we're just creeping around, filming. Look at this, just a completely empty lot. Wow, that's a pretty good sized lot. And that's the thing, these homes may look small, not all of them like that one, but they may look small from the front because it's a ranch house. Maybe go right like he was saying. But they're huge, you know, I mean, they keep extending out. So, and I love the architecture because they're all different, and they were all built in like the 50s and the 60s, so they all have some character to them. Yeah, so we kind of wanted to first go the way the handyman told us, because he said it's very interesting if you go. Okay, so we're on Shadow Lane right now. This is going to take us to the main street, and he wants us to go back into the next street, because he says it's weird to watch, like you'll see all these big homes and then little homes, because when the mob lived here, this is Charleston Boulevard coming up, so this is a main street right here. When the mob lived here, they wanted to keep an eye out on their worker bees as well, and they did say the residents were happy to have the mob in the neighborhood because they took care of them. You know, it's like they didn't, if anything bad went down, the mob took care of you. By the way, Frankie's Tiki Rooms. It looks so tiny, but I did like a little like Yelp, looked it up on Yelp, and it's so cute inside, it looks like. So that's definitely a must visit place. Okay, so now we're in the neighborhood that he mentioned. Now these are definitely smaller homes. I mean, some of those homes, like the one across from the Palazzo Mansion, was 11,000 square feet. See, but these are definitely the worker bees homes, because they're just like a, you know, 1,500. This one's abandoned. Yeah. You're talking abandoned. Ooh, yeah. Look, God, it has so much potential. They look like they're about like 1,500, maybe 2,000 square feet, maybe. To me, that's a good size, but you know, I don't know. Celebrities have to have these huge homes. Look at that lawn on this house. Holy moly! Yeah. Orange County, you're lucky you get that in a newer home. Oh hell no! You get a patio. No. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, I see a lot of smaller homes, but then you see these mansions.
So yeah, I guess that's what it was. See the Stratosphere right behind them? So that's where we are located as far as the strip. That house is freaking massive. It's almost like the whole, like, how do you enter it? Because like the garage is over here, but I thought the front was on the other side.
Yeah, it's got a little casino.
So that must have been a boss. Or he's living like a boss. I'm glad I cleaned the windows on all the sides too. Dang.
Let's go this way.
Trying to keep a steady hand. I apologize if I'm not. Some broken down trees here.
Big house. Oh, huge house.
Oh, look at that one. Nice. It's open. Let's go knock on their door. Okay, here's an interesting one coming up right here.
Tennis court.
Wow.
This is somebody just tore down and started over.
It does look pretty
That's
modern.
not like 1960s or 50s architecture. I'm sure a lot of people have done a lot of
Oh,
maintenance
look
and
at that,
stuff.
like a little bridge.
Yeah, that's Spanish colonial right there. But yeah.
And then he
something
would
of-
say there's a lot of dead ends where it's gated. It's like you can get in, but you can't get out. And here's an empty one. It must have been a house. It looks like there was piping and something. Wonder what that was. The story of that house. See, and then it's dead end like that. That's
Yeah.
so
that-
there's like no way they don't. Well, I guess it's, but it's not gated all the way around. Oh, this must have had like a little pond. This is kind of cute. But it's all like boarded
I was
up.
thinking about making a little miniature like one like that in our backyard.
Cool.
A little miniature bridge over our
Little dogs can hang
fake
out in
stream.
Film that size like that.
But it's crazy the size of some of these lots, but then
Oh, there's a kitty cat.
but then there's so many homes that are just they've been scrapped, or either stripped out completely or broken down.
Yeah, just
boarded up.
abandoned.
And you think, how the heck did that happen?
All right, we're gonna turn this way now and check out. Ooh, look at the stratosphere right behind. That's pretty cool. This is definitely the house right in front is like so like 60s. Okay.
Let's let that car go.
Yeah, you do get a mishmash of everything. Get a mansion versus a tiny house versus an abandoned house. You got your variety. If you're bored with the same old look, just come on down to the Scotch 80s. I love the name. We're trying to figure out why the name Scotch 80s. If you know, comment down below because I think that's
Please
the
comment
coolest,
down below.
the coolest
We'd love
name.
to know.
Where y'all live in the Scotch 80s? Like I'm thinking, is that like what they drank and that was like their favorite drink and they just Scotch on the rocks? I don't know. It's
Is it 80? Like you said, you also said
80 proof. Like so,
80.
Scotch 8. I don't know.
That's a new one.
That's a cool.
It's a
one,
rebuild.
too. This
That's
is
a
not.
rebuild.
Look at that one. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
that
that's
is like-
retro. That is cool.
Yeah, that's like classic desert architecture.
But you know what they said, like the Palazzo Mansion that we were doing, the ghost house, it was up to $1 million, and that's like, wow, it's a lot of money for me. But considering where we came from, that's pretty cheap for a house like that. I mean, houses in where we were from were like, amongst us were way more than that.
Don't think that we were living in one of those.
No, God, no.
But yeah, you can definitely see
I like
what
the
you.
center with the trees. It's pretty. Oh, there's the Trump casino right ahead. You can see that from your house.
Big old tennis court, fenced off. So, I guess we'll try a couple more streets. Show you a little bit more. Yeah. But
This is pretty.
I like the median with the trees.
Yeah,
like you
that's
were
me
saying.
too.
That's really kind of cool.
Kind of reminds me of like, is it Hollywood or Beverly Hills when we were looking for Lucille Ball's house and they had the trees up like that. I don't know how many celebrities still live here or where they live, but they did. This definitely was the place to live, at least back in the 50s and 60s, if you were anybody
Yeah.
importante.
I think, like he says, now everybody that's the new people for the Raiders, all those people are all going to be heading off to Summerlin probably, and up in the hills,
Yeah.
getting these brand new mansions.
I don't know. I think these homes are pretty dang cool.
Yeah. But no, you are, unfortunately, you look at this beautiful home with this beautiful stuff, and then,
And
right
you're next
outside,
to
right
your-
as you exit the neighborhood and onto the boulevard, it's pretty sketchy. It's a little sketchy over
That's
there.
pretty cool. Good size piece of land. Here's another good size.
Yeah, big old house. That one is retro.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
I did like the rock wall. So it keeps it.
Oh, I just turned down to
Oh no, here's the. You said the dead ends a lot. You get lost. He goes, the only way I get out of here is I Google Del Taco, and then it gets him out of there. That's pretty funny. Look at that. I like these. Like, I'm sure they have garages too, but I love the covered
carport.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and right there at the entrance.
Here's the Strat. I'm sorry, I keep calling it the Stratosphere. It's called the Strat now.
Yeah, get with the program.
Yeah, sorry. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed our drive around the Scotch 80s neighborhood. So we'll do some more drive arounds and other vlogs of other things. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I kind of change it up. It's not always about relocating to Henderson. I do have one coming up, though, I told Steve about, that we might cover soon. So stay tuned for that one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Steve,
Oh, so
want to
long.
end that? So long. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.